Hello everyone, welcome to another packing video. We are going to pack Talking Monday Night Football. Let's see, let me see what the inner contents are looking like here. Looking pretty good. I'm going to put a little paper in there. Candace bubbled a lot of the parts. I'm just doing this to keep everything from sliding around too much. That's all we're doing. Here we go. Okay, and this is obviously, let's see what I need. 1, 2, 3, 4, probably 5. Obviously this is too long for this box, so we are going to be, I could have gone one less sheets. So we're going to be doing a little resize here, of course. All right, let me get my stuff together. Oh, I need my Sharpie. I could have done this before we did. So we're good on height. This dimension is good. So see, we rotate it over like that. This 12, 12, 12 will be perfect. I just need to figure out what measurement I'm going to go with. Let's see. I'm thinking, let's see if 20, yeah, I'm thinking 20 and a half will be perfect. And it's also under the length where you incur a surcharge with USPS. See, 20.5. Because over 22 inches and you get the $4 surcharge. And 20.5, there we go. This pack ought to be pretty straightforward and easy, I think. Drop my Sharpie back there. There we go. Okay. And we're also know that we're going to have to, man, I've got to get a new blade in this thing. This thing is dull. I'm also know I'm going to have to trim these flaps down a pretty good bit. Because if you notice, like, this is going to be the width. Well, this flap ain't going to, let's see. I think I'll just kind of freehand this, eyeball it. Okay. It'd be faster to do it while it's laying down still. There we go. Okay, and then I need to keep that, and then I can cut this. Okay, and then on this side, I think I need to go, yeah, all the way across here. All right, and we need to do the same thing over here. Okay. I'm just having to be a little careful not to go too deep with the cut because I don't want to cut what's below it. All right, I think we should be good here. Let's see. Okay. I'm liking it. Control up a little higher. There we go. These boxes always come out just a little bit funky. But it'll definitely serve our purpose. Come back. Piece of tape right here. Yeah. Oop. Okay, let's take a look at this. Look at this. Plan coming together, huh? Like the A-Team. Let's see. All right. To keep it from doing that, I'm going to put one more. Let's see. Do this. This. Using a lot more bubble wrap than I normally do. Good thing I get a good deal on it at American Bubble Boy. Link down below. I fit a little spot in there. Okay, look at that. Perfect. Look at that. That is nice. That is satisfying. Okay. Thank you note. Get all my stuff situated. So a little bit of paper. Bottom of that box. Put the game in there. Yeah, I was thinking I was probably cutting those flaps a little too narrow, but it's fine. They'll be fine like that. Just hold that down. It's important I get good pressure right there. I'm also going to do it here. Anywhere we have those split seams. Okay, and then I did do very deep scoring. So I certainly need to reinforce that and that. Okay, talking football is packed. Okay, we're packing a belt buckle. This is a really cool Wyoming belt buckle from 1979. And I'm thinking about using that. I'm going to see how I feel about it. Obviously, I'm going to bubble wrap it really well. Yeah, this thing has got a ton of bubble on it here. I feel good about that. I just want to see what it feels like when it's in here. These are the envelopes that I typically use for sports cards, well, or for cards in general. But I was looking at it, I was like, man, I kind of don't want to use a box for all these bubbles, buckles. but they are kind of like dense and heavy. I didn't want them sliding around like in one of these, because it might like tear it. You know, if it has momentum moving like towards the edge, it might just rip right through it. This is a lot stronger. The only thing I would do different next time, I would print the label first, because it's going to be a little difficult to put the label on. But yeah, I'm happy with that. All right, we're shipping this Avatar Last Airbender figure. That is, I don't even know how to say that. AANG, Ang, Ong. Yeah, we're just going to use 1210 4 box. Oh, quick reminder, as of when we're filming this on Tuesday, we had the contest for the tape giveaway. As of right now, we picked the winners 2 days ago. As of right now, only 3 people have claimed their prizes. So if you haven't looked at that last video before this one, and you entered that contest, you might want to just go click on that last video, skip to the end, and find out if you got picked, if you're the winner. Okay, we sold this workbook. Grab a poly bag. And we're just going to use one of our CSP comic mailers. I mean, do you get any easier than that? Okay, we're packing a Guitar Hero Warriors of Rock game. And I am gonna, let me see if I can fit this. I like to do this sometimes. This is a $25 game, and it's just a fact that it's really easy to crush something whenever you ship it in a bubble mailer. The only question I have, will this even fit now? No, it won't fit. It won't fit. All right. You know what? I should probably just use a box. You know what? Maybe you know what? I'm gonna go weird on this pack. There we go. I'm gonna toss this stuff. And let's go super weird here. Well, not super weird, just different. Ooh, I didn't do that very good. All I gotta do really is just fold it like that. That's good. Okay, let's see, how is this gonna look? This is not a standard pack for me, y'all know that. Only thing I don't like about it is messy. I hate this pack. I don't like the way I did this at all. Oh well. Man, that looks terrible. I was going to just let that go and just ship it. And I was like, you know what? That package sucks. That package really sucks. And look, you can't hardly even open the thing. And I've got a knife. Whoever gets it's probably going to be like, ooh, my game's here. And you're going to be like, oh, I'm so mad already because it took me 5 minutes to get it out of the packing. Yeah, this package sucks. It's terrible. All right. This is what I should have done right here. Here we go. Or really, I should have just put in a box to begin with, but here we are. Much better. Okay, this is one of the Louis L'Amour book sets, and I really don't remember how, no, I didn't pack them at all. Okay, I just threw them in the box. When I was making the lots up, I just threw them in the box to make sure they fit, and that's it. Let's see. See if I can get these a little closer to the same height. It'll work like that. That's fine. Let me get 2 poly bags, and I think that I have each box is stuffed pretty tight, so I don't even anticipate needing void fill. These are the books we paid. Man, it's really hard to say what we paid because we bought a bunch of books. I think it was right at 130 of these. And then also we bought a set of hardcovers, 13 of them that I listed for $70, and then a bunch, I think, how many other there's a bunch of paperbacks too that I also ended up listing for $70 in addition to these. So when it's all said and done, we're going to make really good profit on these books. It's just a question of, let me see what this feels like whenever, yeah, that's fine. Just a question of how long they take to sell, and I think they'll probably sell fairly quick. Okay, this pack is not going to be very interesting because I already packed it. I didn't want to just leave these loose somewhere. Ugh. I didn't want to leave these loose somewhere because I didn't want them to get messed up. They're basically like newspaper books on newsprint, so put it back like it was so I can tape over all this mess. And yeah, I just listed these yesterday afternoon and they sold last night. And a lot of times you think, oh man, I priced them too low on these. I don't think I did. We are fairly certain that this buyer had a saved search for these, because when we looked at product research to find comps, we saw a lot that sold over a year ago, 15 of these things, and in the title it said, "For Joel." That's done. Let me get the next one. I'll finish the story. Okay, I'm actually going to reuse, this is a box we got on a return to sender package. So I'm just going to reuse it for this pack. So, oh, where was I at? Oh, so we saw that there was a comp where somebody sold, I think, 15 of those cookbook things for a total of $45, which is really low. But like I said, it said "For Joel" in it. And I was curious, I looked at the buyer whenever ours sold last night. It sold to Joel. They sold to Joel too. So, and not only that, but Joel is a repeat buyer for us. I went and looked, and they had bought cookbooks from us twice in the past, over the past couple of years. So, thought that was funny that the guy we saw in the title of product research bought ours. Okay, this is a really cool sale here. Kind of stuff I like. It's an old IBM DOS with manuals and binder and everything. Picked this up at a garage sale for either $1 or $2. That kind of stuff, when you find it, nobody ever really values it much. And it's not like, it's not super valuable. But it's the kind of thing I love to deal with. Some stuff I would buy to resell, even if I just, like if this would have sold for $15, I still would have bought it. Just to save it from the, probably to save it from the landfill, honestly. Which is probably where most of these ended up. So I'm sure they sold 100,000 of these or more. Where are they? I don't see them. I've seen one. They're probably all rotting in landfills right now, or already rotted in some cases. And there just aren't a ton of collectors of old PC stuff. All right. Another buckle. Ski country. And I learned my lesson. This time I went ahead and printed my label ahead of time. I kind of like this as a method. These little, only thing that kind of stinks is trying to close it. But these little cardboard envelopes are pretty strong. There we go. Whoop. Okay. put a little bit of tape on there. Yeah, I like that. Okay, we're going to pack this A-Rod auto ball. Yeah, it is authenticated and everything. It's got like the hologram with the serial number, and you can look it up and all that stuff. Let me see. Let me see if I like the size of this box. I do. Whoops. That's not great. That won't happen once I, there we go. That will not happen once I put bubble wrap on it. The good thing is the ball doesn't move inside of this cube. As long as the cube is closed. If the cube comes open, yeah, it can move. So make sure I get that nice and tight right there. Okay. And these boxes like this are like super strong. That's why I like them. So they don't need to be quite as big. To offer really good strength for stuff like this. Let's see. And one more thing to pack today. We have a little Santa Claus jumping jack guy ornament that we sold on Etsy. And that is it for today's orders, but I'll be back tomorrow. All right, another day of packing. And first thing, these cards. And seems like every week I'm saying this. We're currently out of 864 boxes. And I kind of knew I should have ordered them sooner. The reason I didn't is because most things, I have another box that I can use them for. Sometimes I can go down to a 644, or like in this case, I can just use this box, I think. But the 864 should be here today. But this is not the right time. Yeah, this will fit fine. This is not the right time of year to be... where it's wise to be doing that. Because normally the boxes might get here super fast. Let's see, this way. But we have seen big time slowdowns in mail service, both outgoing and incoming. We've made personal orders that are taking a lot longer than they normally do. We've got quite a few things that we're tracking. Candace went through and she's keeping an eye on packages that have not been delivered after like a week, and reaching out to customers and opening missing mail requests on USPS website, you know, just trying to stay as proactive as possible to hopefully not get a whole bunch of item not received cases, because once they do that, the clock is on. So that one's done. Okay, we have a mirror going out. This is a little Coca-Cola mirror, and I think 12-10-4 should fit it perfectly. And we have an Evel Knievel spear gun here. Didn't even know there was such a thing. Some vintage action figure line where Evel Knievel was like some kind of action hero other than just a stunt man. Sure, this thing, that thing doesn't even, I don't think I even need paper for this. Just need to put it in caddy corner like that. Cards are rattling around, but the thing is going to be pretty stationary. Yeah, we're good like that. And then we have a little dog fleece hoodie thing going out. We've sold a couple of these lately. We had a bag full of the same exact thing in the same exact size, and we've sold through a lot of them. We still have a pretty good many left though. Let me see. Evacuate as much air as possible. Sometimes I'll put a little hole in it. There we go. All right, packing this car batch. I was going to use this. I think I'm going to use one of those white boxes instead. Change my mind. So car badge. It's a really nice pickup we made. We bought quite a few. If you've been watching for a while, you've probably seen me pack some other car badges, but this was the, I think this was the most expensive one we had. Yeah, that's a better box for that. The bubble wrap is strictly for appearances. Okay, this sale is very exciting. However, the pack won't be, because right after I listed it, I boxed it right away because I wanted to A, protect the item, and B, I wanted to know the exact weight and dimensions for shipping. Not as crucial on this one, but the other huge plush in that big box back there, a few inches one way or the other. I mean, and you could be talking about a big difference in postage. But this one actually left one side not taped, so I could jam the thank you card in there. So I think all we're gonna do is that. I'll do one little piece this way too, for the heck of it. I think other than that, yeah, I taped that up really well. We're ready to roll on this one. All right, we're packing this cool MLB shirt. Houston Astros. It's cool. I like it. It's got like a space shuttle on it and stuff. I'm going to tape these right here. It's probably irrational, but I always imagine these little loose edges will catch in the sorting machines. All right. Okay, one more thing this morning. This Durabrand AM/FM sports radio. This is a rare Macari sale these days. Macari has just been dead in the water for the most part. Which is so weird, because it used to be a pretty meaningful part of our sales, and now it's almost non-existent. Etsy has picked up a lot for us. Now, a lot of that might also be because we have been sourcing quite a few things that our sourcing habits have changed to where we're getting a lot more stuff, I think, that is better suited to sites like eBay and Etsy. We're not getting near as many toys as we normally do, but I also think that a lot of it is on Macari losing market share, probably because of the way they changed their fees to where the buyers pay the fees. Sounds good in print and sounds good in theory until buyers start looking at these invoices and they're like, what? Because all they see is just like death by fee. Because they have, if it was just a selling fee, it'd be one thing. But whenever the buyer looks at that total price, they have item price plus sales tax plus shipping plus the final value fee plus transaction fee. And it looks like a it looks like a phone bill or something almost. So I can totally understand. While a lot of customers are put off by that, I would be too. And another thing they're probably running into is when people shop around. I would guess that most things that are on Mercari are probably also on eBay, because most people aren't going to do Mercari as standalone platform. So a lot of people are probably just price shopping around and buying the same exact item just on a different platform. All right, y'all, welcome to I'm Gonna Pack It Black Friday edition. We've got a lot of stuff to get out. First, I'm gonna pack some toilet ninjas. Gotta get my stuff situated here. Hope everyone had a good Thanksgiving. We did. We actually, the only work I did yesterday was I spent about an hour and a half editing a vlog. But other than that, we didn't do any work. It was somewhat quiet on eBay. We made a few sales yesterday, but it was somewhat quiet during the day, and then things heated up a little bit last night. That's done. Okay, we're packing a boost gauge. This was a really good score we got. I need to I'll put a little bubble wrap in the bottom. One more piece. Really nice score here. We only paid $3 for this at a garage sale. Sold it for $150. Okay. Yep, that feels good. Yeah, we did experience a little flurry of sales early this morning, which was nice. Couple of nice multi-item orders too. Oh, and then in just a little bit, we're going to be packing a really big home run, which is always good. There we go. This is a good order. This is a Harley Davidson owner's manual from 2003. And we bought a pretty good bit of other stuff at the garage sale where we bought this. So I held it up. I was like, this didn't have a price on it, and she just threw it in. So this is a little $27, I think. This is, I'm disoriented here. Okay, here we go. Now I'm there. All right. Okay, we sold this really unique clown looking guy in a Jack in the Box. It's like a carving thing. Guildmaster. Oh, it's made in Spain. So it's pretty cool. Gonna use a 16-12-10, and then we're gonna take a little bit off of it, of course. That's gonna be a little bigger than we need. Okay. The other thing, now I'm reconsidering though. Let me see what the measurement is here. It's like 11 inches. I don't think, actually, you know what? I don't need that. Go grab a, I know y'all can't see what I'm doing. I'm just grabbing a 12-12-12 off the shelf. The other thing I could maybe do, and I think, you know what? I think I'm going to do this instead. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll do this instead. Because then I don't have to worry as much about potential dimensional weight. Yeah, so I'm going to bring it out to 14. Whoop. Trying to kind of hurry a little bit, and it's I don't do too well when I'm trying to hurry sometimes. The reason is it because I've got a lot to pack here, and we're getting a little bit of a late start. We did choose to go to a garage sale and an estate sale this morning. So we're kind of depending on the carrier showing up, like hopefully no sooner than like 1 or 2 p.m. But you never know. All right. So there is a little time pressure, self-inflicted. This one ain't staying out, is it? Okay, it is now. No, it's not. All right. Funny, some mornings I feel like I'm packed better than other mornings. Like I'm not on, like this morning, for whatever reason, I am just not on my game. It's weird. Okay. Let me get y'all up a little higher here. All right. When we went to bed last night, we didn't have that many orders, but then we got some late last night, and then we had, you know, I just said it already, a little rush this morning. And then you add to that, we went ahead and tried to go to some sales, which we did buy a few things, so I'm glad we did. Because I don't know how many more sales we're going to have this year other than estate sales. So I think that was kind of the reason we wanted to get out there, because we know that garage sale days are limited for the rest of the year. Matter of fact, we have a cold snap this weekend. And for us, that means like 30s, 40s. Doesn't mean like 20s or anything. There we go. Right, let me take a little bit off the top. Spending some time on this pack. That's all right. Let's see. I'm going to go a little bit. Well, let's see. Right there. Be good. Okay. I also feel like we're well positioned for the off season this year. We have banked a lot of our garage sale stuff that we picked up the past couple of months, and we'll be able to get into that. And we already had some other stuff too, so I think we're in a good position for listing that time between Christmas and okay. Go get this. This is 50-pound paper here. I wanted to use that because that Jack in the Box guy is kind of heavy. I've had this for over a week and I just haven't had occasion to crack this open yet. There we go. In the past, before Candace was working with me, I would say that the winters were a lot more difficult for me. And the reason is because I didn't go to I didn't take estate sales near as seriously as we do now. And we've really, I feel like in the past year, I feel like in the past 2 years probably, we've really become sellers that that sell a lot of estate sale kind of stuff. Dishes, books, etc. Like we've kind of changed the stuff we source to fit estate sales more than garage sales. Our average sale price on what we sell has gone up because of that. And the good thing about estate sales is they run all year. It just takes a completely different mindset to source estate sales versus sourcing garage sales, because estate sales you usually aren't going to get garage sale price. But you can find estate sales, you can find the home runs. Like you can find the really big money stuff at estate sales sometimes. And if you make, you can make connections with a, you know, estate sale owners, and whole different world from garage sales, though. I'll tell you that. All right, I'm in the process of over taping. Although this is not an over tape, that is a damaged corner that I have to fix. Yeah, that took a little while, but I'm happy with that pack. Okay, we sold this Lion petroleum, lubricants, oil, whatever. We have actually quite a few of those left. This might be the third or fourth time we've sold this. But we bought, I don't even know how many we started with, like 10 of these lots. And we were into them for, I think it was $50. We bought them at a local auction. And it has been a pretty good while. All right. It's going to fit in there like that. Is this really how I want to pack this? Let's see. No, it's not. Actually, no, I don't. Okay, hang on. Changing course. There's nothing wrong with that either. Okay, we are changing course. I had a, I don't know why, this one was like taped out. I think this is actually a Gemini mailer. Yeah, it is. Okay. I think we had just taped it up just to get the weight off of it or something. Yeah, this stuff will do perfect in there. I used 2 pieces of bubble wrap on it too. But yeah, I started thinking about it. I was like, man, I'm going to have to resize that box. And even then, it's not going to be as protected as it is in this thing. I think this is perfect for this stuff. Because this has a, there's a styrofoam little plane that you put together. That thing's pretty delicate. You don't want that getting bent. It'll ruin it. And I think this Gemini mailer actually will give it more protection than that box. I'll just break that box down and put it back on the shelf. Or I won't do it yet though, because we might even use that box later on in this video. Okay, that's done. Okay, we've got some jeans. Candace is behind me right now. She is, the past week, we've been really having to be proactive and watch our packages, because we had quite a few that were held up. And I do think that we're going to see service start slowing down nationwide, but I think a lot of our holdups in the past week have been a local issue, because we noticed something very peculiar. Like normally, see, we live in a town just outside of Baton Rouge. I have to finish this little talk on the next pack. Okay, we got a GameCube game, Team Titans, and I'm doing this in a box. What was I saying? Oh. So, we live in a town just outside of Baton Rouge. And when I say just outside, we can be in Baton Rouge city limits within about 7 minutes or so, something like that. So, anyways, normally our packages, when they get picked up here, they normally go to our local post office and then they go to Baton Rouge. That's kind of the hub they hit, right? Well, that's where we think the problem was in Baton Rouge. because we were getting scans. Usually we were getting scans at our local post office. But then it was going dark, like we weren't seeing any scans in Baton Rouge. And then they would show up at some distant end hub. So Baton Rouge, we're pretty sure, got slammed. They weren't able to handle the volume and became a bad backup spot. What we noticed though is that, because we've been tracking all this stuff pretty close, we did notice, however, that sometime last week our packages started, instead of scanning in Baton Rouge like they normally do, they all started scanning, no matter if they were going east or west. They were scanning in at our local post office, and then they were going straight to North Houston, which is, I don't know, 3 hours away or something like that. So what I'm thinking is they off-routed all that Baton Rouge traffic over to North Houston so Baton Rouge could get caught up. Shipping this old, really cool old movie poster. It turned out not to be worth a lot of money. We got a bunch of movie posters in a lot. And a lot of like B-movie type stuff. This is one of them. And as y'all saw, it was pretty tight. So I need to make sure I pay attention. This is a vinyl mailer, by the way. Not a comic mailer. And vinyl mailers are also great. I just need to fold on that first perforation there and it'll be fine. These are great for shipping lots of different flat stuff. Not just, that ain't gonna cover, is it? Look at that, that doesn't work. Okay, I'll have to go this way. Still, okay, still the same deal. Let's see what I might do. I might cut. The reason is because I kind of weakened that. You know what? I'm going to get a piece of cardboard. Let's see. Got a piece of scrap right here. I'm going to put a stiffener in there. It's worth taking an extra second here just to make sure. As you saw, it didn't sell for a lot, but that doesn't change. It doesn't change the fact that I definitely take more care on more expensive stuff, but I try to pack everything to arrive safely. Okay. I'm gonna have to make it a little skinnier. Not by much. Okay. So now I'm gonna put this under here. There we go. Feel a lot better about that. Especially since I already kind of weakened it because I folded it on the other seam a minute ago. Here we go. This is definitely at the outside dimensions you want to ship in one of these, as y'all could tell. I'm definitely glad now that I have that stiffener here to keep these edges from folding in. A little bit of a sloppy pack, but it'll get there good. There we go. Okay, we're done. We're packing a hat, and this is a big old truck fit hat. Look how big and wide that brim is. I already know not to try to make that fit an 864 because it ain't gonna. So we're gonna use a 1086. Good thing about these 1086s, they're pretty light, so not a big deal. Usually I'll allow for hats to weigh about 12 ounces anyway, typically. Yeah, look, perfect. This is, I never heard of this brand before we bought it. Put that back on the shelf. But this is actually Lil Wayne's brand. Truck fit. You know, because he's like, has the skater thing going on. Out of curiosity, let me see. Yeah, I think it's going to come in at 12. Let's see. Yep, 12 ounces. All right, we're packing this J.R.R. Tolkien book. Grab me some, grab me a poly mailer. This is going in a box, 1086. I like to go 1086 when I can because they're a little cheaper than the 1210 4s, and I mean, it just fits it better too. Okay. Now I'll use the other one. Bigger than 864, I really should just use this thing because I'm not that great at freehanding. See if we're on anywhere close to a break. No, we're not. Okay, no reason to cut any flaps. Well, one reason would be the flaps don't quite fit. So let me change my no reason statement. There we go. So anyways, at least for now, talk about the post office a little more. Okay, we sold one of these Danbury Mint LSU ornaments. These things are so cool. We've sold, they make these, I think they make these for like a lot of the major schools, and these were like, this is basically new. Definitely never been displayed or anything. And they included a message saying that they have the complete series of them. And this one broke last year, so they're replacing it. Okay. I'm just going to put a little bit of stiffener here. Another one here, right on top. Let me see, I think we might be there. Oh yeah, we're there. I'll put this under there in case they cut it. There we go. Just a little bit of extra strength. And the reason I did that is because box is a little tight. So I could either go up to a bigger box or strengthen this one a suitable amount. I chose for the latter. That's done. Okay, we have a Guitar Hero. And I'm gonna do the same thing as I did with the last one. Send her in a box. If it was I don't know. I don't even know what my rationale is for when I would use a box versus a bubble mailer, but I'm using a box for this one. Okay, let's see, where is my thing? Hopefully this is the good one. One of the factors is it's a $25 plus game, and I know for a fact there are going to be just a ton of packages and whatever post office it goes through, it's going to be with a ton of other packages. And let me see what this weighs. Okay, it's got to be 8 ounces, so that's fine. So I'm really a little concerned about it getting crushed if I just use a bubble mailer, because I know there's so many other packages in the system right now. So time of year plays a role in this too, in choosing to use a box. So value, time of year, I don't know, feeling. Sometimes I just feel like using a box. There's a lot of different reasons. If it was a $15 or $20 game, I probably would have did a cardboard wrap and then put it in the bubble mailer. Okay, we have I think sci-fi book lot. Jerry Pournelle, I think. Is that who it is? Yeah, Jerry Pournelle. Old school sci-fi writer. Okay. All right. Still kind of figuring books out. Constant learning. I'm really happy with a lot of the most book purchases we make. I'm really happy with. We had one where we bought a lot of science fiction books. This is part of that, I think. And probably, I don't know. We're making decent money on them, but I think I might have stretched a little bit buying those. Just because there were so many mixed authors, and I don't know, I just wasn't super happy with that buy. But that's part of learning. We've had so many book buys that have gone really, really well. I don't beat myself up on the ones that don't go quite as well. The main thing with these sci-fi lots now is I just want to get them sold. The money is spent, the work has been put in, now I just want to get them gone. And at least they won't take up the space. So So every time we sell one of these lots, I'm happy. Okay. Go. Okay, we have a nice little 3-item order here. We have a Madame Alexander doll. Who is that? That is Kurt. We sold the other one, another one from that series yesterday, or the last video, I think. And then they also got a lot of trolls, and then they got a rose brooch. So I think I'm going to put a nice little spot right there. I'll put this in the doll box. And I think I'm just gonna write a little, send them a quick message. Maybe I'll let them know. You know what I'll do? I'll just, because I want to make sure they know the brooch is in here. I'll just put a post-it note on the outside of this. If I can find some. On the over on the other channel, we got a lot of questions about this little boogie board thing. And let me tell y'all, I got that at a garage sale for 50 cents. And I've used this thing every day since. It's so awesome. Rose brooch is in doll box. There we go. And what I do is whenever I'm making a listing on eBay, I'll keep that by me. And then like if I get a weight, or if I put the thing on the shelf, or if I'm measuring like how big, you know, the dimensions of something, like I want to tell someone that that doll is 6 inches long, I write my measurement down on here as soon as I take it. Any other kind of little listing notes I'll make on that thing. And then whenever I get done, I'll make all my listing notes. It's really good for clothes too, because you do a lot of listings for that, or a lot of different measurements and stuff. And whenever you get done, you just hit this button and it's gone. So it is greatly reduced how many post-it notes we use. And I like them so much. And Candace, she's been kind of jealous of it, because she likes using it too, but we only have one. And it's kind of my thing. So I ordered, the other day I ordered 3 more. I'll put them up on the screen, what I ordered, because they're pretty good prices. They're selling them as open box, and I'm almost certain that's the actual boogie board company. Their actual email account for the company is that. So let me see, how tall do I want to make this? Anyway, we got one. I got one exactly like this. We got one that's probably about like that big. We got another one that's a little bit bigger, but it's magnetic. So we can hang it on the door or whatever we want. Because, I mean, they are just so cool. I love them. And so now Candace will have her pick of one to use. Okay. And there's a lot of different models of them. Some of them have like a thing where you can slide it's clear, your writing surface or whatever, and you can write with anything, is clear, and then you can slide in. They have a place you could slide a piece of paper in. So what some people do is they'll put, like, if they're, let's say you're a clothing seller, and they'll make up you could make up like a paper with the common measurements you take whenever you're listing pants, for instance. Slide that in, and then if you're doing a whole bunch of pants listings or jeans or whatever, then you have a template there, and then you could just, as you take your measurements, you just write them on that, and then you could just take a picture of that as one of your photos. And I know some people do that with whiteboards too. They have like whiteboards, like you could have a picture of a shirt with lines, with, you know, wherever the measurement's going to be taken, like the length and, you know, across the pits, etc. And then you can just write in what the measurements are. You could do something similar with that kind of thing. So you don't even have to, if you do it like that, you could just say, please see photos for actual measurements. And then you don't even have to write pit to pit and, you know, length and things like that. You just put the numbers in, take the photo, boom, bam, you're done. I know why I said bum. Okay, so yeah, I'm happy with the way this pack is turning out. I think we just got a, we've got more. We've got more work to do. Okay, that's done. Okay, we're packing this cool Cat D10 tractor. Looks like a bulldozer to me. But that was a really nice little belt buckle sale there. So I am using a 644 box. I don't need I'm just gonna grab bubble. I don't need bubble. So I might need a little more paper. Let's see. Yeah, put a little more in there. Okay, here's an interesting pack. We have 2 cookbooks going in this order. We have 2 lots of yarn going in this order. And then we have these 2 things here. And this is 24 inches long. It's a little flexible. And then this, okay, this is a little flexible, but not very. So we're definitely gonna have a length surcharge here because of that. Let me get these cookbooks squared away first, and then we'll move on to the other stuff. What I'm thinking is there's no getting around. We're gonna have a length surcharge. That's just gonna happen. So I do want to go ahead and get everything into the one box. They paid a lot for shipping, which I'm going to be refunding a lot for shipping, and you'll see it on this screenshot there, whatever it is. I mean, I think the shipping will at least be somewhat affordable, since they bought, you know, a pretty good many items, and if I can get them all in the same box, shipping won't be too bad. Of course, normally cookbooks can go media rate. We're not going to do that with these, obviously. Okay. That's pre-packed. Yarn is good. And let's go ahead and start building up some boxes. My plan is to use 2 of these 16-12-10s, and I hope I can resize them pretty low. Oh my gosh, that is so dull. That is super dull. Let's see if I can. Okay. Ugh. Yikes, that was bad. Okay. And this is definitely a case where, I mean, even if I did stock more box sizes, types, it would be very unlikely I would ever, like, stock anything this long. Alrighty. I think we may actually be doing another pack similar to this for a single item today too. All right, now get these up here and we're going to take a gander. Just kind of get an idea of how this is going to go. So this is the general idea. Okay, and this will go in the bottom, or it can go, if I don't want to make it longer, I could actually go caddy corner. I don't think we're ever going to save. I don't think I could ever get it caddy corner enough to avoid, where's my tape measure? Here we go. To avoid a length surcharge. No, because that's still 2 feet. So, yeah, all right. If we're going to have a surcharge, I might as well just do this. We can lay it flat. Okay. And this thing actually needs to go at a bit of an angle itself. But then I can kind of sandwich. This stuff is going to go in. This will go in. Kind of what I was thinking was I could do this. Let's see, this is somewhat flexible. Yeah, okay. Sorry, y'all, I'm just kind of trying to plan out how it's going to go in there because I know I'm going to want to size it down a lot. I just want to see how much I can size it down by and still feel comfortable with the pack. The more the better. Okay, I'm thinking right there. Okay, now I got to take everything out again. There. Okay, it's done. I'm going to do this one. You know what? I'm going to change it a little bit on this. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger, just by a little. There we go, like that. So I'll make sure this one fits inside of this one. maybe that whenever I go to close it at the top, it might be a little easier because I allowed for a little room there. All right. These will fold over fine. This one goes inside of this one. Did this backwards. Right, this is the bigger one. So, no, I did it right. Okay. I was right the first time. Okay. Second guessing myself. All right, so I just want to make sure I get it long enough for this thing. And it is. Then I wanted to go ahead and just for the heck of it, since we are going to have that thing sitting on the bottom, we'll just do a little bit of extra support right there. We'll throw some bubble down on this thing. Just going to be riding down here at the bottom. Okay. Then I don't even know what this bubble's supposed to be doing, but it covers most of this square. That's good. Okay. Right. Here, here, here. These right here. Okay. We're good. And a little bit of paper. Just fill in a little bit of void. Not a lot though. Thank you. I mean, yes, that is flexing a little bit. In my opinion, it's fine. I think it's good. Thing's fairly flexible. All right. Cut that little bit of overhang off because it will cause a bulge whenever I go to do this. And this right here is what I was cutting it a little bigger for, because usually that corner doesn't match up with this corner otherwise. Okay. This actually, oh wait, you know what? I need to do it like this. There we go. This is a weird pack, man. This is weird. Weird is good, though. Something different. So I'm going to pull that tight before I run that tape all the way down that. Okay. Go. Put one right here, and then we're going to work on the middle, that, like that. Of course, I always make real sure on these kind of packs that I have, there's no way it'll ever separate. Okay, I need more tape. Still loving this My Go-To tape. Oh, Candace, as of right now, how many of the winners from the giveaway on I'm Gonna Pack It have responded. Looking at her list right, I know y'all can't hear. She's looking at her list right now. But I remember as of the other day, like only 3 people had claimed their prize.
Yeah,
so
it's not been, nobody else has.
So it's only 3 people out of 10 have claimed their prize so far?
Yes.
Okay, so and what is the title of that video that we did the drawing on? So it was the last one before this video you're watching. Okay, sold this Connects thing, roller coaster, and it's kind of weird. Like, it looked like it was flat stuff down there. It was kind of open, but never like put together kind of situation. I'm just putting a little bit of void in here. Void fill. This guy's got a long journey ahead. This is going EIS. And don't get me wrong, because I'm glad it sold. But this was not one of our better buys, mostly because it wasn't. If it would have been sealed, it would have been fine. But because it wasn't, we spent a lot of time, I mean a lot of time, inventory in this thing. And I think by the end of it, we had both wished we never saw it. But having said all that, at this point, I'm glad that we sold it. I gotta get a box. Okay, I went ahead and got the boxes. These are 16s. I wish I had a little fancier way to pack these, but really we're gonna just do exactly like we did on the last pack. And we're actually gonna use that method one more time after this too. So I just don't have anything that fits it exactly right. But this method, I use this method a lot. Okay. All right. So we'll make this the bottom. For whatever reason on this batch of boxes, we had a bad edge. I'll show you all in a second. We'll get to it. It's hard whenever it gets to that height. There, I made it lower. Hard for me to keep it in frame. All right, so basically we're gonna just build out 2 of these boxes with one end blown out. And then put them back together again, just like we did that last pack. Okay, and here, look, here's that bad edge right here. See that? Just didn't get quite all the way, but I'm gonna make that the top in this case because I know it's getting resized down from that direction. So we'll make that the short side. And I think my little thing that I did making one side slightly taller than the other worked out well, so I'm going to probably do that again. Okay, now we just need to figure out how tall we're going to make it. And yes, I did measure the width already to make sure the width was right, and it was. So that's what made these 16's a good candidate for this resize. And we're going to make it tight. It's going to be right, since it's in a box. Okay, we're going to go all the way with it, all the way to there. Man, that's a long resize. There we go. I did not make up my thank you card yet. What I am going to do, since I already know for certain, I don't need this. Probably going to put that back into the bottom. Actually, maybe not, because I actually have a big flap I could do that same thing with. Okay, so that one's done. This one, we're going to make this the one that's a little bit bigger. So then that one will fit inside of this one well. Wait, I did it the wrong way though. I went, okay, so I'll put this one inside of that one. Yeah, I went the wrong way. I meant to go bigger. I should have went the other way. Okay. That. Save these for later, and we're also getting rid of that nasty looking edge. Let me get over here and write out my thank you card. Okay, so the box on the right is a little bigger than the one on the left. Just gonna drop this guy. Oh, before we do that, well, first let me see how it's gonna fit. Okay, yeah, we definitely have room for that. I just want to make sure I wasn't going to take up all of our room with that. Okay, we have these long flaps here. Oh, you know, I'm a mess today. Let's see. I do need to go ahead and verify the length. Length good. Okay. So we're just going to trim this down to reinforce the bottom. The top is going to be super strong because of all the extra flap stuff we got going on up there. Right. Get in there, get in there. This. Close this, and I'll be smart enough to close that now. Close that, close that. Okay. All right, we're getting there, folks. And this pack feels like it's taking forever. We went back and forth on offers on this thing, and the reason is because it's EIS, and he was having to pay, and I understand, like, he was having to pay a lot of money for the shipping, and I definitely, shoot, Shoot, I wish I wouldn't even try to peel that off now. And I definitely understand that. But on our part of it, I knew that packing this thing was not going to be awesome. So we got to 50 and I was like, I'm not doing it for less than that. I'm just not. I didn't think we were going to get a deal because he was more like around 40. But then finally when I tapped out and I was like, I just can't do it. I'm sorry, we can't make a deal. And then he decided to pay the 50. If it would have been something that fits in like a 864 box or something, I would have been much more likely to be more agreeable to offers. And we did actually we ended up taking less money, but whenever I know something's going to be a difficult pack, I don't go down too much. Which I'm glad, because this has been time consuming. I'm also glad that we sold it though. I'm glad to get it out of here. Okay. All right. That one's good to go. All right, y'all. Another pack similar to those other ones. We have another longer item that we're going to use two 16-12-10s for. And yes, this is definitely a high value item. We actually bought this. This was a bundle. This is part of a bundle we bought from Kevin and Danielle. If y'all watch Shed Flips for a while, you've heard of them. Well, they were watchers of the channel. I don't know if they still do or not. I would guess maybe not, because they have been resellers for quite a while. And they were just shifting away from this kind of stuff, and they had a lot of it, and we bought a lot of it. And this particular buy we made from them, and here's the thing, they knew what everything was worth pretty much. So it was kind of a different scenario than like buying from a garage sale or something. Like, they knew this was about a $300 board game. They also know that we're resellers, of course, because they watch the channel, and that we weren't going to pay like a ton for it, but this did factor a lot into the total price of the deal that day. And I believe I remember us saying, okay, that sells for, we'll get $300 for it maybe eventually. It was kind of risky though, because there weren't like a ton of comps. But we did find a couple of comps where somebody had sold these brand new, sealed like ours, like this one is, for around the 300 level. And so we went ahead and got it. Obviously, this factored in like $100 into the overall bundle deal. So that's been quite a while now. To be honest, I'd kind of given up on it ever selling, because it had been so long. And I got to figure out how tall I'm going to make this. Definitely putting strengthening cardboard on the bottom and probably on the sides. I want to leave just a little room for a little paper too. I'll put it right here. So anyway, we basically paid $100 for the game. And I'm telling y'all, every time I go by that shelf and I see it, I'm like, man, that was a bad buy. Guess what? It wasn't. It just took a little time. somewhere like a year and a half to 2 years. I'm not exactly sure. Okay, so that will be the inside box. The one I did just now will be the inside box half. Okay. This will be the outer one, so I'm going to make it a little taller whenever I cut. So yeah, even after fees, this is over a $200 profit. Or probably right around $200 profit once you factor in fees. So that is awesome. Gave up on it. This sale, when it came through last night, I was just shocked. Alright, now I know I need to make this one a little bit taller. I just need to make sure I go the right way with it. I need to go, to make it taller, this thing needs to go down. Just a little bit. Right there. Okay. So that other one will nest into this one. So we had yesterday on eBay wasn't great. Today has been great on eBay already though. But this sale plus what we did on eBay and Mercari really made it a great sales day for us. So let's see. All right. Now I got to get this stuff all squared away. Let's see. That length looks pretty perfect. Just to double check. Let me see. How long is that? Okay. So I want to make sure. I just wanted to see if we were like right on the edge of the of the 23, where you do incur a $4 surcharge, but we're good. Okay, so I got that in there. You know what I'm actually going to do here? I'm going to put just a little, I don't think I left a lot of room for paper, but I have a little room for paper. I'm going to put it under the strengthening cardboard. There we go. Okay. Okay, that's good. All right, and then the other thing I kind of wanted to do here, let's see. Yeah, I'm going to use some of this stuff. Is I just wanted to make some runners. Okay, those are a little too tall still. To go down the sides, just to kind of strengthen that. Okay, yeah, that's good now. Okay. I don't know, I guess I'll just kind of eyeball it a little bit. Let's see. There we are right here. And then I don't know if that's right or not. Try it. Okay, I think we're good there. Got plenty of cardboard there. Yeah, thank you notes. Just a little bit of paper on the ends. Okay. All right. Okay, you know, look at all that cardboard across the top. Nice. Okay, let's do that for now. Come over here and catch this. Okay, yeah, this is nice and strong. So get these ends. Still could have made that other box even a little bit taller. It's gonna work fine there. Go. Now I have that little piece there. That a little cover, and now we just gotta tape up that middle seam, and we're there. This was still, even though it came through, this was still a risky proposition because there weren't that many. We based buying this on like 1 or 2 comps. I don't remember now, but we didn't. It's not like you have a ton of information to go off of on something new sealed that is this old. Okay, yeah, that feels really good. I'm happy. Macari order. We got these 2 brass roosters. Look at them. Look like they're fighting roosters almost. And they do have some patina on them, which sometimes we polish some things and sometimes we don't polish some things. Those we did not want to polish. Also on that order is a brooch right here. So, yeah, main goal is to just make sure that those roosters aren't damaging each other, not fighting against each other in the box. So that's the main thing I'm going to be careful of on this pack. Just to make sure they can't bang into each other and scratch each other up or dent each other or bend each other up. And the other thing, of course, is that brooch. Need to be kind of careful with it too, because these guys are heavy. So we're probably going to put that brooch into a small box inside of this box. Okay. Then we'll separate these guys with some paper, and I might get my heavy paper out again. I think I will. Heavier paper is going to be safer way to pack this. All right. Yeah, we're going to probably use most of that. Let's see. Oops. I didn't think I was going to use it again today. We had this bench pretty full. All right. And I must admit, this paper is 50 weight, 50 pound, just like the bogus paper is. But I gotta tell y'all, this paper feels good bit more rigid than the bogus paper. Which means it weighs the same as that other paper. It's just a lot. And I could probably, instead of doing a box, if I just do a lot of bubble, that'll serve the same purpose. I do mean a lot. It'll basically be a indestructible bubble ball. See that? That's indestructible. Or it's indestructible enough to where if it did get destroyed, I'd be like, oh well, can't win them all. Did my best. Okay. You can just kind of put that aside. And yeah, I'm going to resize it down just a little bit. Top of that rooster, probably just do a minimum. Yeah, just do like a minimum amount. Here we go. We do have 2 more packs after this, and then we'll be done for the day. Those last 2 packs are super quick. I don't know how the rest of this Thanksgiving holiday weekend is going to play out for us, but the end of this week definitely got off to a good start. Great start. Okay. I was expecting today, which is Black Friday, to be maybe not very good, but we've already done over 300 today. So it's going to be a fine day. All right, that one's done. Okay, another Macari order, that's interesting because Macari has been super slow for us. So glad to see a couple of Macari orders over Thanksgiving. I mean, it's nice when Macari is strong. Their recent activity makes me wonder how serious they are. about continuing on in business, because like Poshmark made a change similar to Macari's fee structure, moving a lot of it over to the buyer and stuff, and within a week they said, no, we changed our mind, we're not going to do that. So they must have seen a like extreme drop in sales immediately, and they're like, we can't handle this. But I'm assuming that Macari saw the same thing whenever they made their change, and they chose just to stand pat. It's weird. That change they made to their fee structure clearly was a mistake. Which, I mean, mistakes happen. Like, you try things, they don't work out. But that doesn't mean you have to keep doing that thing once you figure out it didn't work. Okay, last one. There's 2 Rock Band games over there. Sold these on eBay. And they specifically said it was a gift. No out, and I don't think it's a drop shipper, because they said please don't leave no outward indications of what is in the box. So they didn't ask me not to put like an invoice or anything. They were concerned about the outer indications. So that makes me think this really is a gift. But still, I'm just going to, I'm not putting a thank you card in there, but I am going to put a sticker. A sticker ain't going to hurt anything. Okay. Man. Quite the packing day there, y'all. Felt like another Monday today. Felt like we had 2 Mondays this week. That's good. You're supposed to have some good sales days in 4th quarter there, right? That's how it's supposed to work. There we go. All right. That is it. Thanks a bunch for watching, and we will see y'all again very soon. Bye, y'all.